All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I am John Karbo, the Director of Software Communication at Attainment Company, and we're just going to spend a little bit of time this afternoon to look at what some of the new AT products that Attainment has to offer. First of all, I'd like to talk about Tell Me Too. This is the latest book in the Tell Me series. For those of you who are familiar with Tell Me and Tell Me Mas, these are teacher supports for using AAC in the classroom. The first Tell Me was designed for preschool students. It is device agnostic. It is not just for the AAC devices that Attainment Company, but it's for, picture boards, low tech, high tech, just how to use AAC in general. We have Tell Me Mas, which is the Spanish version of that Tell Me in the preschool classroom. And new this year is Tell Me Too, which just kind of goes up in the age band. This is for elementary classrooms and into middle school as well. And just like the other books, was authored by Dr. Carole Zangari. Tell Me Too comes with 10 adapted stories. There is one physical copy of the book that comes in the program, but then there are digital versions, adaptations for the remaining 9 titles. So we're excited to unveil that. Also new at ATIA this year, we are very excited to announce our latest AAC device, the GoTalk Connect. So for those of you who may be familiar, Attainment Company, we are the manufacturers of the GoTalk. The original GoTalk came out back in the early 90s, and then about 5 years or so ago, we came out with the GoTalk Light Touch. These are denoted by the lighter color, but it's the same form factor. It's got 5 levels. You can change the levels right here. You can adjust the volume as well. There's a record button on the back as well as directions on how to use them. Very durable. So what is new about this is that they are back in stock. Every link that could have broken in our supply chain did. So for the last couple years, they have been out of stock, but we are happy to announce that we are flush at home back with the GoTalk Lite in the 4, the 9, and the 20. Those are the 3 different grid orientations that those come in. So that's just a little history on the GoTalk, and now to the GoTalk Connect. So we're calling this our new mid-tech device. We just unveiled this to the public last night here at ATIA, so we've been working very hard. We're very excited to show this off. It is based on the same principle as the GoTalks. This is our AAC device. This one is currently set up with a grid of 9 different options. It probably will not be a great demo from the stage here, but I can tap on one and it will play that message. Just like the other GoTalks, the directions are all on the back. There is a record button, so you can record messages. The GoTalk Connect also has 5 levels, just like the other GoTalks, so I can hit this button up here, and each level is denoted by a different colored LED light here. So this is our mid-tech device. So it does what the GoTalks do, but also a lot more. So one of the really cool things about this, there are several cool things. One is that it has an interchangeable grid. So there's a little button on the back. I can pop this grid right out. I've got a couple other grids here with me right now. I will change the paper overlay. I'm just going to remove that top one. I'm going to snap this grid into place. And now I have a new set of communication options. I need to go to the green level for this one.
Let's go on the swings.
So as soon as I clip this plastic grid into place, the device knows that I have done so, and it is now presenting different audio messages to us. Those previous 9 that I had up just a minute ago are still stored in the device. They're not lost. As soon as I put this 9 grid back in, I'll be able to access those messages again. Another really cool thing about this device that is new is in this example we have support for visual scene displays. So this is just one large image where I have different hotspots here, and I can show you a little bit more on the computer in just a moment. But these are not a fixed size. I, have control over where they are on the image and how big they are. And then just like the classic grids, they also have 5 levels. So I can just hit this button to swap between them. And I can make these on the device. When I go into record, I can set it so that I can just draw right on the device with my finger. And that is one way that I can set up the hotspots. Another really, really cool thing about this GoTalk Connect is that it connects with our GoTalk Design and Connect software. So I'm just going to set this down for a moment. So this is our GoTalk Design app. This app has been out for a few years now. Until now, what it's been used for is designing these overlays. So you can go and you can add images. You can add images from the internet. You can use your own pictures. It comes with the Attainment image library included. So you're able to design and add text. Here, I can just kind of show you this, this very one that I'm holding in my hand. Has different levels. So right now I'm on the orange level, and I can tell that because there's actually an orange layer that goes around the outside of this. So that is a way to kind of keep, help keep track of what level you are working on. So you can add all of these images, you can add text, and then when you print this out, it'll be perfectly formatted so you can fit it into the device. You do just have to cut along the outside in order for it to fit. But what we have done is updated the app to work with this GoTalk Connect. So not only can I design the images and the text and the visual look of it, I can do all of the audio recording here on the computer as well. So I can record a message using my voice speaking into the microphone here. I can also use text to speech. So over here on the right side of the screen, there's a little, it looks like it's a little cut off, but there is if it is an empty space, it would say add. I already have some here, so it says edit. But I can go and set text to speech or recorded audio. So I can design the entire overlay here on the computer, and then I can send that to the device over Bluetooth or by USB cable. So it really opens up a lot of different options on how you can, design these overlays and how you want this, communication device to be used. That same flow works in reverse as well. So if I've gone through and I've got, a grid of, say, 25 that I've just recorded on the device, I just spent a lot of time, recording all those messages, I can back that up from the device to the computer. So that way, I can feel safe, if something were to happen to the device, or if I create an overlay that I want to use with multiple students, I can make it here on the computer and then send identical copies out to different devices. Another really cool thing that this kind of leaves the door, that we have in our plan is the notion for, like a speech therapist to support their student, their client remotely. So you could imagine an SLP like at an administration office. Billy's getting ready to go on a field trip but doesn't really have, any communication set up for him. The SLP can do all of the designing here on the computer. They can then share it with the teacher, and we are currently developing a free, like we've been calling it, a helper app that would work on your phone that really just acts as a relay. So that could, as a teacher, the SLP sends it to the teacher has it on their phone, and then from the phone they could send it by Bluetooth right to the device. So we're just trying to open up as many different avenues and ways to connect to get that, that data from, really just to get it in that kiddo's hands so they have a voice and they have a way to communicate. So a couple other things that we have done to update this app. I'm just going to go ahead. So we've added this entire GoTalk Connect category here in the app. When this device ships later in the spring, we will be including 3 different grid sizes. So we have the scene display, which is just one grid that goes along the outside. We also have a grid of 9, which then has 3 core messages along the top. And then we also have a grid of 25, which then has 4 core messages across the top, which can be constant throughout, no matter what level you're on. But because we have support for those hotspots where you can really kind of design what you want them to be and what size, that leaves the door open for us to have other orientations built in right from the get-go. We do intend to make more of these plastic grids, but we just, to get this out the door, wanted to start with just 3 that we thought would be the most common. But for example, I can click on this Go Talk Connect 49. Excuse me. So these are all pre-programmed hotspots. I guess not pre-programmed, but formatted so that those are all equally the same size and equally spaced apart. So just right out of the gate, there are all kinds of different options that you have. One other thing that I would like to show, and this is in the app now as well, but actually I'm going to switch to a different size that's just a little bit easier to show for a demo. So here I've got a 9 grid. We have this thing called the My Cell, which is kind of a template to help you get started. We all know that time is of the essence. We don't always have time to make all these overlays, so we try to give as many tools as possible in order to speed that process up. So I've gone to add an image, which was at the top of the screen, which brings up this sidebar over here. Another cool addition is that we are adding support for the Symbol Sticks image library, so that will be available as an in-app purchase. So there, for those of you that are familiar with that image library, you would have access to use that. But the My Cells, which is over on the far right, what I can do is I'll click this one that says Enter Text, and it has an image. It's asking if I want to apply that to every cell, and I say yes. So now this is all formatted. All of those images are going to be centered. And the way that it works is that I could type, I want to go to the beach. Let's go swimming. Oop. So you can go through and quickly add text. And then to add images, I can go to keyword. I'll switch to Symbol Sticks. Search for the beach. Now I can click and drag and then hold this over that little image and let go, and I've got my symbol ready to go. So now I can go through and add the next one. And then I'm holding the mouse and then I let go, and then I can just kind of quickly go through and try to fill that template out, without spending too much time, getting everything just perfect. And then, so the other thing I wanted to show you, just to kind of show you from scratch, again, it's a little bit cut off, but over on the far right side of the screen are the controls for where I can change like the background color of a cell. I'll go pink. I can change the border of it as well. Oop, black. And if I want to add audio, there is this audio box over here on the right where I can add. Again, I can do text-to-speech. The text-to-speech is done via the cloud, so I'm not going to try it right now because I have an audience. The internet will undoubtedly fail on me. But you can type in a message. It sends that message to our servers. It processes it and then sends an audio message back. And again, I can also just use the microphone here on the computer. So again, can just do all that designing here and then connect it to the device over Bluetooth and USB. So that is just kind of a quick whirlwind tour of some of the new stuff that we have. We are in the, we do have a booth set up here in the exhibit hall. We're booth number 313. I do invite you to come by and say hi to us, maybe get some hands-on time with our new Connect. We also have kind of a fun little promotion going on. We have a bunch of Lego minifigs that come with little 3D printed versions of the Go Talk Connect. So you can go and kind of build your own minifig. You can grab some that we've already put together, but we know how inclusivity is so important and representation. So it's just kind of a fun little way to to come spend some time with us at the Attainment booth. And that's about it. Are there any questions? Yes. Are there different voices and different accents in the device? Oh, sure. So we are, right now there are about 30 different English text-to-speech voices. Some of them we get from Amazon, some are from 11 Labs, which also has a booth here. And what we've been doing are coming up with these attainment voices where we're using AI and we're bringing in voice actors who go into our booth. So we're really looking to get a broad range of, representation and accents. All of the voices are in English at the moment, but international is something that we do, have our minds on. So we are looking to translate the app itself in multiple languages. Spanish and German are the two at the top of the list. Though, we've had a lot of success in those markets, so we are looking to not only update the app, but offer additional voices in those languages as well. And again, you can record, and it's just a microphone, and anything you speak. But as far as text-to-speech, right now English, but then Spanish and German coming soon. Any other questions? Absolutely. Yes, another question? The question is there any compatibility with GoTalk Everywhere, which is another of Attainment's AAC apps? There isn't at the moment. GoTalk Everywhere is more that high-tech. It works on tablets and phones and computer, but at least for now, they are separate entities. As our GoTalk lineup continues to expand, we are trying to keep in mind how can there be more continuity between them. So that is something that we are looking at, but nothing concrete just yet. Of course. All right, well, thank you again, everyone. Really appreciate you taking the time to come spend with us today.